Did you give up your time?
No.
Okay. All right, what is your name?
My name is Robin Vera.
Okay.
And I live on the corner of Spruce and 5th. And all I would like to do is give you a 600 signature petition. And what this is that it's just saying that we want to say no to one waste. So if I can give this to you.
Yes.
That'll be entered as B1003.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I think a duplicate of an exhibit entered in a prior hearing, so you may want to make it like B 3003, 3001, 3002, 3003.
We'll do that. Let's do B 3003.
And Rick?
In the past one.
Good evening, Commissioners. Thank you for the time and your patience. I'm here on behalf of Gary and Emma Schmidt. I'm an attorney with Branston Marfis here in Coeur d'Alene. I just wanted to briefly address a couple of points. First of all, I've known Gary as a personal matter. I've known Gary for a few years. And in terms of Gary as a person and Gary as a professional doing things the right way, it's been mentioned, it's been discussed numerous times, and I think everyone is, there's a strong sentiment in terms of supporting the development itself, and I think a large part of it speaks to Gary and his qualities as a person. That, I'm certain, is not lost on the board. There's a couple of points that I think are important from a legal perspective to highlight. One of them, Mr. Finkel addressed it, and I believe Mr. Callahan spoke to the point as well, is just the historical deference that is paid by the board to decisions and determinations by highway districts as it pertains to issues involving the highways. I would respectfully warn against, or caution against, I think is a better way of phrasing it, in terms of deviating from that at this point, because as Mr. Callahan raised, doing so would effectively entail a denial of the application, and that would be a shame. The second point is in terms of the evidence that was actually presented today by way of Mr. Dobler and the points he raised in terms of the connectivity and whatnot. It's, with all due respect to the public's comments in that regard, I think it's extremely important for this board to maintain in its considerations the fact that objective numerical data was presented in speaking to this very issue. In opposition to that, you heard conjecture, you heard anecdotal discussions about various issues, various personal experiences on the road, and those are important. But from an evidentiary perspective, it's important to focus on the data that's actually presented and what that entails in terms of what the ramifications of the development would be, and of course, the imposition of the one-way or the gate. Another thing to bear in mind too, and I apologize, I can't recall if it was Mr. Callahan or if it was Mr. Finkel who raised the issue, is one of the points that was raised by Lakes Highway District is the notion that one of the beneficiary aspects of approval is the fact that you do increase access to the area for emergency services and first responders. The fact of the matter is this dichotomy of a gate versus one way, that could be a preclusive issue that effectively takes the entire thing off the table and eliminates that access. And that is unquestionably detrimental to the people of the area. I think that's an important point to bear in consideration as we contemplate this. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. All right. Anyone else? Okay, anyone else on Zoom? Anyone else? All right, no more rebuttal. And so I would ask to end public testimony, then we can discuss if we want to deliberate tonight or put it as a date certain.
I move that we end public testimony on MSP 22-0004 Lake Stone Estates.